So I got gold 2, and we can go over the games. Lost 3 in a row here. Starts with this game here. So they pick Aatrox, I pick Darius. Nothing really spectacular in the early game. I know that Pantheon's coming, so I manipulate the wave, so it pushes into me. So I do that. Skipping ahead here. Pantheon does come. I think we managed to get the kill here on him. Yeah, and like, it's just the start of the snowball. Generally a good idea when your jungler is a ganker jungler to let the wave push in early. Allow for the gank here. I'm getting a little bit out traded, but it doesn't really matter. Although it does matter, we generally want to be winning lane. But here I heal off the camp a couple times. I'm afraid to take too much damage right now, but also I know that I can apprehend him underneath the turret, and here when I do pull him, he activates his ultimate. Again here, healing off the camp. Aatrox eventually heals off the wave. Nothing much I can do about that. Just need to farm on the turret here. Missed the cannon, unfortunately. So I shoved the wave in and I back. You generally want to shove the wave in a bit faster, but I was out of mana. I get my item and the wave starts bouncing back. It seems like Aatrox roams middle here. And I just keep the wave frozen. Here I take a bad trade. Never want to trade into a wave that's crashing like this. Yeah, I got outplayed, got hit by skill shots. Really bad trade by me, to be honest. Yeah, so this is a big mistake that you don't want to do. It's not going to get punished as hard in this ELO, but as you climb higher, this kind of trade will get punished very hard. And then here is just execution for Aatrox. He doesn't really know his damage that much. And Pantheon bails me out. We're doing pretty good here. Capitalize on the enemy mistake. Pantheon's 2-0. Bot lane's feeding a little bit. Here I push in. I roam middle. So here, I thought Aatrox was going to stay top, and I saw them fighting there. So I took the opportunity to push mid in. Thought for sure I could get some plates here. I thought Anivia was by herself and I could stun this. I mean, dodge that stun. But eventually what happens is I get the plate, but I die. So it's like a really bad death. Generally don't want to be doing that. So on my way back, I push the wave in. Anivia catches top. So when she catches top, Aatrox leaves mid and we're able to push mid in. So it's like a bad macro play by the gold player. And then here I see a flank opportunity. We want to kill Nocturne here, but Pantheon doesn't pull the trigger on him. And eventually it's a communication error and I die because of it. So I start pinging Pantheon. I'm flaming a little bit. But you can't really get tilted. I'm still up 20 CS, right? So it's like one of those games where it's like, okay, you've fallen behind early, but there's no reason to be too upset. And I think here, after they lost mid, I think their macro play just like fell through the roof and they started throwing like a typical like gold ELO. So here Nocturne ultimates, I check to see my close allies. None of them are being ulted by Nocturne. And then here, I pull him, but it doesn't aggro turret if you pull him. And then they eventually were like chasing, trading a bit. I try to clear that ward, but I don't have enough time. And then for some reason they throw. And this is like really good. Like that's why you should never give up and play your best always, because the enemy could do this at Goldie or low. And that's exactly what happens. So here I'm checking, I ping where the ultimate is, it's bot side. In the meanwhile, Aatrox is playing way too greedy up. And then he gets caught out because of it, but he flashes away. Here we summon the Rift. And then Anivia comes to defend, but she doesn't know I'm here. They kill Pantheon. Since I'm committing to this grump, I might as well finish it. When Pantheon dies, I flash over and I manage to kill Anivia. And then this is their most fed player on their team, the Nocturne. And after that, take the turret back, buy my items, come back to lane. And then as I'm coming back to lane, the other team is just continuously throwing. Nocturne goes in 1v4. I pink ward to deny vision. Nivea's dead here, so all I have to do really is just walk up to her and kill her. That's what I do. Seraphine's running away, end up catching her, and then we just pretty much take Baron, I think, and then push and end the game. It's like, you can afford to die here because you're so ahead and the snowball's happening, but sometimes in gold, the snowball happens like this, but it's on your team and everyone's going in 1v5. Generally, you just want to slow it down and try to ask your teammates not to play so aggressively. And don't follow suit, and when someone's throwing, try not to throw with them. And here it's just about closing out the game. I think I see a flash opportunity here. Ultimate early. I die here. It's like a little, we're throwing a little bit, but we're just so ahead at this point. But yeah, generally you want to be waiting for your teammates to come and end with you. But sometimes when you're just so ahead like this, you can actually play like this because you're so tanky, you deal so much damage. Your allies can come and help you, but generally don't want to be playing so aggressively like that. So that was that game, and then played a game where I went 0-0-3 on Mundo. This is like a game where it's like you want to win lane phase, and I'll show you why. So lane starts, and like this is where like champion mastery comes really important. It's like there's opportunities in this lane where I think I could have easily won lane harder. Like yeah, I could have traded a bit better there. Shyvana said she was ganking early, so I let the wave push in. And then eventually he flashes into me, doesn't get the kill. Push the wave and reset it. Now it's bouncing back to me. Farming. Maybe I could have got anti-healing here. I think it's a much better build instead of 2 ruby crystals. Regardless, it's more like, it's like trading, but I think I could definitely be winning these trades and perhaps looking to even win the lane through trading, like in this phase of the game. Because like what happens is that everyone else, like mid lane is down 20 CS, bot is down a kill and like two kills and like 2 waves. So like in games like this in solo queue, you just want to be winning, and then bot lane dies again. We get to Drake, but you know lanes are really behind right now. Almost down 25 CS at 6 minutes. Shyvana gets another kill, but it's just like a cleanup pickup kill. Doesn't really earn to be honest. But either way, like right here, like he's trading really bad into me, and for some reason I just can't make it happen. I think I sense the gank or someone pings it, so I just back up and I buy my items. Again, I could have bought anti-healing. I think it's a much better build. Either way, I'm pushing the wave in slowly. Like, stuff's happening across the map, around the map, but we're losing. Vayne doesn't get the kill. So here, it's just like, I want to help her do the rift, but mid dies to fiddle, and then they all collapse on us. So it's like, if I was able to kill Aatrox in lane phase, or out-trade him a little bit better, that's the only way I can win this game, right? Because like at this point, now my most fed player is dead. And then their lead just gets bigger and bigger. Irelia kills Cat again on the turret, pushes the wave in, we lose the wave. And here it's like he's low but not low enough to die. I just simply can't get it going to kill him. That's pretty much this game here. It's like sometimes with these scaling champions, Nasus and Mundo, if you don't win lane, it's gonna be like a coin flip whether you win the game or not, because you're relying on the other lanes to do good. Here I just escape. But yeah, I'm up CS, but it's just not enough, and now I'm getting pushed in, and I'm not actually winning lane. Need to be playing a little bit more aggressively to win lane in order to win this game. We pick up some cleanup kills, but still not enough. They're still up like 3k, 2k on us. And even now, like, mid died again. Vayne has so much, right? So it's like, you need to be like 3-0 to win these games. And I just wasn't able to do that. So maybe look into early game, look at trading. But like in these Doom games, that's pretty much the only thing you can do. Like, we're slowly mounting a comeback, but it's like we need a miracle, right? So here what happens is I probably shouldn't be here. Probably should be top lane working Aatrox, but what happens is they all collapse on me. I'm not really looking at the map to see what Vayne is doing. She's farming Gromp in bot lane. And then we die, and then it just pretty much game over after that. So it's like, you really want to play lane a lot better to win those games. And then the next game, it's Cho'Gath. So something you want to remember is that if you don't know the lane matchup and then you die early, bad things are probably going to happen. So here, I thought for sure I could kill him if I played aggressively, and I think I could, but I waste my Ghost and Flash, and that, like, now we're down four kills, and Senna's flaming. She said, "Oh, you went call. What a fucking waste of a lane. I didn't ping you, dog shit." So, like, you know, like, she's flaming at 4 minutes, right? And like, you need to be able to win. So like a nice sidestep there. Auto Q, get some damage off. We pick up the kill on Cho, but you really want to be like 2-0 right now, not 1-1, right? So here mid lane dies, and he's 0-1 right now, so it would be nice to get the kill there, but I wasn't able. Then mid lane dies again, and then Jarvan ganks bot, and then for some reason my team is pushing up, and then they die to Jarvan. Did they die? Yeah, Sivir dies to Jarvan. Graves picks up a couple kills, but it wasn't earned kills, it was just cleanup. And right now, you can tell that like three kill Anivia, I need to be like 3-1 to win this game, right? So like these are games in solo queue that you'll see, and it'll be really frustrating to play in. And unless you play perfect, you're not gonna win. And then here, I'm just straight up tilted. Like, I'm gonna push the wave. I decided to push the wave in middle, and then I ping top for Graves to go top, and then he goes to blue, and then I just flame him. I'm like, oh my god, FF now, blah 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 blah. My only hope of winning, some retarded, like, just straight tilted, right? And then Senna says like, fuck bottom. I don't care about bottom anymore, and she starts roaming. And then we come out ahead because this is a surprising roam. But here, like, I should have just let Senna die. I mean, Seraphine die. Because I wanted to play for her. So yeah, I could have just walked away, right? But then I try to block for her. But she still dies, and like it's just pretty awful. And then mid Graves dies middle, trying to help Vladimir. That pretty much spells the game. Need to play playing like extremely perfect to win these games. And then what happens is like it's a little bit throwy, but all in all, like Vladimir is 1-6 and he died solo. He died solo like 5 times in a row. Jin is 3-0. They all have bounties. Jarvan 6-2. It's just I need to be like 7-0 to win this game, and like I'm not. This just didn't happen. And then one game I played against Malphite. I don't think it's here, but yeah, this is a dub game. Yeah, I remember now. Aatrox versus Malphite. So you're gonna see games like this sometimes, where it's like the enemy team doesn't know how to play against a ganker jungle. So here I thought I could win. So here what happened was actually Ashe throws the hawk shot, and when I looked at Xin, it really looked like he was gonna do this blue buff and then come gank, right? By the way his position was, because I thought his character model would be facing up this way, right? But maybe he played for that. I'm not sure. But what happens is I try to shove the wave in, and then he shows up, and this is like a really bad timing mistake by me. Next time I'll know. But like I even pressed tab, look at his CS. He only has 12 CS. It makes sense why that gank worked. So now I see him middle, so I just pushed the wave in. I'm trying to out-trade Malphite, and it's working a little bit, but he just presses Q on me and kills me, right? So here I think he backs, so I take it back too. I buy boots and null magic mantles, considering his damage is AP. But eventually he just continues to out-trade me, and then he all-ins me. Ultimate doesn't actually grant me HP. But what happens is the other side of the map is kind of winning. And then now if we just cycle back here to see what Nunu did early, I believe it was this game. So look, he ganks bottom, gets a double kill, runs up middle, ganks middle, gets a kill, and then the snowball happens for us, right? So even though I'm dying and he died right there, our lanes are gaining such a big advantage, and usually Yasuo players are really bad, and you can see that right there. He just kind of all-ins and dies. I'm also pushing Malphite in whenever I'm in lane with him. I'm out trading him for the most part, but he can all-in me and kill me, right? So here we're looking for the enemy jungler. We don't find him. Generally, what you want to do is heal off the wave as Aatrox. I think I could have worked on my build there. So here, yeah, he just all-ins me and I die. Definitely too greedy. I took a turret shot. Always a bad move. But yeah, Senna's 4-1. Nunu's 4-1. The enemy team is just throwing. That's the reason why we're winning this game. I'm also up 21 CS. Here Nunu tries to do a gank, doesn't really work out. Shove the wave in. I have to alt and leave because I'm about to die. I think he tries to ult me. He just flash ignites. I'm not sure where his ultimate was. So I think eventually what happens is we do get a pickup kill on him. Yeah, I do. And that means that the strongest lane is now dead, and we're able to get the goal. I get to plate and money off of him. So this kind of like Nunu puts us back into the game because he ganks middle right after gets a kill as well. He's still out trading me, but like I'm picking up some items here, catching back up. If I wasn't dead and I was 3-1 this game, they would probably FF. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to win lane at all. Here I am dying again, but like, and again. But look, my team is so fed 9-2 Nunu. And yeah, you're gonna see these games. Sometimes you need to play perfect in order to win, and sometimes you can play really bad and you can still win. So this is just like an example game in solo queue where you can't tilt, can't flame, don't int, and you'll win the game. That's basically what this game was, and Yasuo here just dies. The other team just continues to throw. Malphite can't carry by himself. My team is kind of just better. And yeah, Yasuo, usually you want to dodge Yasuos when they're on your team because they'll play like that. And then I think we saw this one. So we call the early invade here. I think it's okay. So it's versus Teemo here. Call the early invade. Actually works out quite well. And then we go to lane. So this is a game where it's like when you're laning into a counter, you just kind of want to play safe generally and farm up to the best of your ability. Here, because the wave is pushed in and Kindred started bot side, it's an easy gank. All I have to do is play it right for the most part. So yeah, I flash Cleaver, I believe. Or I just Cleaver and then flash into him after. Yeah, not bad at all. Tank the turret, push the wave and reset. So it's like generally like a good start. Manipulating the wave early against a counter matchup allows you to get a gank off. Here, I feel like I can win this matchup as Mundo, but I'm not landing my skills right. Bot lane is winning for the most part. So yeah, around this part, right, never take the start shots, but yeah, I'm just farming up, like, you know, like dealing damage, really good damage on him, right? But since I took too many turret shots, I kind of get too low and I have to activate my ultimate and just back. So here, as you can see, the game's in our favor. I'm up CS as well, and I definitely want to be up CS in most of every games you play in solo queue. And it looks like things are going pretty well, right? They pick up a kill mid. Doesn't really matter. Diana's kind of tilted. Maybe I'm doing a little bit of bad trading, but I have my ultimate to bail me out. Again, a little bit more bad trading. I think it could be done a lot better this lane if you play a little bit more patience and land those cleavers. But eventually what happens is I think push Teemo out, and then he could have flash killed me here, I think, but he got a little bit scared. I back up, I TP. I think, yeah, so what happens is Kindred stops Teemo's back here. So I TP and then we push the lane in and we take the turret. And then in doing so, it opens up the enemy jungle for me, so I start farming their camps. Yeah, I take the camp, here I take the other camp, ward up, trying to be a nuisance. I'm pretty fed right now, confident in this. I have 1600 gold, and here the reason why I don't go to lane is because I know that I'm really fed right now and I won't be able to die because I have flash and my ultimate, but also if Teemo goes to this lane, I can kill him, but just by running him down, and I'm waiting for that moment. So I'm basically trapping him, and then as soon as I see him topside, I go run him down. So it was like a good trap by me, knowing that Teemo eventually is gonna go to that wave, and if I don't push it in, he will never go to it. Again, I have 2,500 gold, and I think this is where the throws happen. Like, even though I'm up 102, I think I pressed tab there. Karma's 4, 1 and 4, Zeri's 4, Zed's 4, and generally Zeri's up, and honestly, I think Zed might be up too. So I can't really play bad here. And then Morgana gets caught solo by herself and dies here, right? And then when she dies, it's honestly more beneficial to back up because no one's really in position here. And it's a 5v4 potentially if Teemo comes down. So what happens is that Morgana dies. I think it's kind of free, so I continue fighting, but it really isn't. And we should have just backed off here. But what happens is we all end up dying. And like, you really can't be dying in this spot here. Really try to look for proper fights, because this is how you throw games. And that's that Mundo game right there. So this is how you definitely throw games. You don't ever want to be playing like this, and like you need to play perfect to win after this or even before this, and it's just throw after throw after throw. And I'm kind of tilted. I don't really like, I'm not really looking at the map or anything, and then what happens is we throw again in the tri-bush. So it's like, obviously you don't fight here because like Diana's at base and Morgana's backing at blue, but I just didn't care. 21-13 at the spot, and the game's over. So after these 3 losses, I think I got tilted a little bit and I stopped recording for the most part. But we can look over some of these games. Against Gwen, I think Darius has an okay matchup, and you can look to punish. Definitely. So early game, you can see I'm just like pushing her in, harassing her. I have to flash here because I mistrade, but I kind of also just wait because I have a pot going. I don't want to miss the wave. I don't have TP. So here I kind of out-trade her a little bit. Now I'm gaining my HP. Elise tries to gank, but like, there's no way I'm playing aggressive here. Like, I didn't even know Elise was here, but like, there's no way I'm playing aggressive here. It's just not very smart for me. Elise has to back eventually, or not. She stays. But now it's like it's kind of a big wave, and like if they fight in this wave, they might actually lose this. So I guess yeah, she waited this entire time. I didn't know that. So here, definitely probably should have backed up here, but at least came for the gank. And then this is like champion mastery. I think I actually could have outplayed really hard here, but I Q and take a turret damage. But like as you can see, like I'm still alive, and I actually almost kill her. But I really feel like I'm double CS on Gwen, and that gank did. I feel like I'm still strong. I can still win this lane. So I ward up for the ganks. Immediately start playing aggressive, but the wave is too big. Like, never want to trade into this wave when it's crashing. I think like across all ELOs, I made the mistake of trading into that wave, but like it only makes it so that you could die faster if you trade into the wave. Here I'm out trading her, and then eventually I just like actually just outplay her. Once I hit level 6 here, I think, yeah, she takes a turret shot, and like you never want to take turret shots. Activate my ultimate, one more auto, and she's dead. And then this just starts to snowball for me because like she's only winning through ganks. And in here, Sylas has Pantheon's ultimate, which is kind of ridiculous. I didn't put that into my considerations of abilities that they can have. Here's like a big mistake by my team. Like I think we almost all died, but Vex is 0-2, Diana is 0-1, bot lane is up. So it's like I can't really afford to make any more mistakes. And actually, I felt like we are gonna lose this game a little bit, but you can't get tilted and don't give up ever, right? So here I know that I can out-trade her, but, and then so I look for it, right? But at least knows that I'm over the river right now, past the midpoint of the river, and it seems like it's an easy gank for her. And that's eventually what happens. I flash out, but she's able to kill me and get the triumph proc. But I'm still up like 24 CS. I still feel like I'm strong in this lane. I can win her. Can win here. So I just don't give up. Keep playing aggressive. I'm working Gwen. Like I see Elise, so I back up a bit. I ward. Now I go back to lane. She steps up a little bit too much. I think I just work her with my ultimate here, or she dies to the bleed. Either way, the lane is done now, and I'm up like 20 CS. So like in games like this, when you win lane, it's easy to win when you have like someone feeding, right? So like if I lost lane this like if I lost even harder and I'm down CS and I'm getting pushed in, this game is so much harder to win. But because I'm able to win that 1v1 and continuously win that 1v1, it makes everything so much more easier. So like here she's like attacking me, not attacking the minions. So she's falling even more behind. Although I take a bad trade with the turret shot, I go to get the Grump to heal up. Continue pushing the wave in. I'm looking for the plate here. I get the plate. I think I die for it. Yeah, generally you don't want to die for plates, but I'm still confident I'm able to win. So once you get your Stride Breaker, it's like your first power spike. It's like a really big power spike too. I get the wave because she greets for turret damage, I believe. Now I can like 1v2 at this point. But I'm not looking to die to a free gank right now. So I'm just kind of like waiting. Like if you look at the vision, we can't really see what's going on in the jungle. So I generally just have to play safe. Take the rift. I think live, my original plan was after this rift go top lane. But then seeing Gwen top freezing for the past like 2 minutes, I assumed that Sylas was going to take a trade here, and yes, he does. This is like a typical gold play by Sylas. He's not really looking at the map or where his allies are. He's just looking at the engagement right in front of him. Tunnel vision. So here, this is where the game opens up for us. We kill him. Kill Yuumi right after. Gwen doesn't move at all. Caitlyn doesn't move at all. We push mid and I think we even get inhib here. And then yeah, after this, the game snowballs in our favor. And in Goldiolo, like, snowballing is really good way of winning. So here, I'm just pushing up. Might die here. I get to kill them with my bleed. It's just like, I'm so ahead of her. I'm like, a little bit of outplay, right? I got the Hex Drinker going on. Anyways. Heal up off the Grump. I really like that play, healing off the Grump. I think it's really good. So they're just kind of throwing and I'm just like splitting. I think Gwen shows up bot side and she dies. Like getting this turret is so good for us. Now I'm up like 50 CS. And it's like just ending the game now, right? Pushing down mid. Looking for a play. Play's not there. Now here's like a vision thing that we're planning to do Baron. So I kind of want to distract them. So like here's what they see. They see me middle only. And it's like, okay, we gotta deal with this wave here and Darius before walking in here. So they're all kind of like hovering me, right? But my team doesn't actually want to do Baron, they're just waiting. So here I go Mia again, but like I'm definitely just here waiting for them, right? So here they see me, they engage on me. The Silas is like typical gold throw, right? And then now my teammates come out of distance, and we just clean up the fight with my ultimate, right? So yeah, that's just like how you want to clean games out. Is like use vision, block them out, and then bait them. Gold players will always get baited, and basically that's it. They just FF and we win the game. And for this game, I think it was like an early invade that we did that really pulled out handy for us. We can look at like generally when you're playing Mundo, there's ways of winning lane. The only way of doing that is by landing your cleavers. Oh yeah, I remember this game. They have a Yorick mid who has exhaust and ignite. So seeing that, I was like, okay, we should invade these guys. So my whole team comes through. It's warded. They're playing for it. We don't get no kills, but we do get a little bit of damage on Yorick. I think eventually he has to back up. I think this game I actually lost lane a little bit. So like here, like this is like huge, right? Because he wants to back, right? But for some reason he cancels it. And now he has to stay in lane, missing like more than almost half his HP, right? So he has to activate a potion early. And he only has 3, right? So like level 1, no potion is really good for us. Moving on ahead, definitely there's ways of winning lane. Definitely have to trade good and land your Qs. But here, like, I feel like I just need more experience in the lane. So he ignites here. That's fine with me, right? I can just play back now. So I used Ghost, he used Ignite. And here, this is actually really, really bad trade by me. Lilia's coming for the gank, but it's not a good spot to gank at all because look how big the wave is. So here I'm like kind of baiting. I flash down, I see Darius, and like I think I'm just dead here, right? It's like this is how this game starts. And you're gonna see this in solo queue, but you can't get tilted, right? So what you have to do now is just understand that you're probably not gonna win this lane against Mordekaiser. So you just have to focus on farming and like landing Qs when you can, but like if you receive too much damage from him, he will like eventually just out trade you and out kill you. But you can like dodge all his spells and land cleavers, right? So like here, like even though he has a lead on me, I'm kind of outplaying him with cleavers. So I'm able to keep the wave pushed in and give Lilia some time, some breathing room to go into enemy jungle and steal camps. That's exactly what she does. So like that's why it's pretty good to keep the wave shoved in so your jungler can make plays on the map. And here it's just like a simple ghost for ghost. I thought I was facing Darius top lane this game. So when he activates ghost, I activate ghost as well and I can just run away. Kind of simple, right? I have no TP this game. So here I'm just like baiting him, wasting his time. Lilia is able to farm 2 camps. Darius misses his grump, misses the camp as well, right? So it's like pretty good training by us. Yorick is 1 and 2 at this point in the game. And like this is what happens when you have like such a bad composition. You're able to just win games like this. So yeah, they kill Yorick again. He's probably trolling, but like this is what happens in solo queue a lot when you have troll allies, right? You really want to dodge this Yorick, right? Don't play with him if he has exhaust and ignite middle. So I lose a trade here, but it's like we're so fed, and we're not. It's not we're so fed, but like their comp is so bad, so we're allowed to make mistakes. Here again, I'm like trying to trade with him. It's not really working out, but I feel like there is ways of winning this lane again, even though he's ahead. I think utilizing your cleavers is a way of winning. So here I bait him. We get the kill. I get some plates out of a demolish. We get Rift. Yorick dies again, and imagine if Yorick wasn't trolling. This game would be a lot closer, right? Here I died to Darius, but again, they have a legitimate troll in the team, and I just have to continue playing my game, not dying and surviving when I can, and we'll probably win this game. Here we're playing like really cocky here, but I feel kind of safe. I don't think I'm gonna get dove or anything like that anytime soon. I just have to hold the wave and make sure he doesn't get any turrets, any plates right now, because he's like one of their main ways of coming back into this game. So yeah, I activate my ultimate so I can hold the wave. Yorick dies again. He's 1-7, so it's literally a 5v4 game. I can just stop it right there. Just like when there's a troll like this, the games are so much easier to win. It might be a little bit Fiesta. I might die again too, even. And nice to survive. But this is what happens when there's a troll, right? So never give up. Even if you're losing a little bit, just keep playing to win. Take turrets when you can. You know, I back get that turret. Keep pressuring lanes, right? Especially as Mundo. Here we just need a backup here. I played too much with Bard, but I let him die. It's okay, I'm tanky. In the meantime, they take Drake here. But I think it's a pretty good fight. Like, Yorick dies, Pyke escapes, and we kill Darius, who's like one of their main carries. If we kill Lucian here, it's GG. Yeah, so we kill Lucian here, and it's like they're probably arguing with each other, swearing at each other. Look at him, he's standing, typing. It's just their teamwork just wasn't there, and we're able to close out the game. They have a troll, and it's really good to win those games when they have a troll. But when the troll's on your team, it becomes really sad. And in this game, I don't think I recorded it, but this is a game where it's like in solo queue, if you can avoid the gank and get solo kill, then it's like a recipe of winning. So I'll just go over it quickly. So here I ward early, push the wave in, trading if I can, just prioritizing CS. She's at 3, I'm at 11. Harassing on the turret. So here, I think our ward sees Hecarim. I think it's better for Amumu just to invade here with me because I'm pushing the wave in. I can help, but he doesn't. He chooses to full clear. And here I thought I had a little bit more time. I should have just went up to my turret or even taken it back. But Hecarim shows. I'm in a pickle. He doesn't actually move until his camp is done, so he comes a little bit too late. And because of that, he kind of like kills himself. He could have just backed into the turret, but instead he goes a long way. He dies. It's gonna happen solo queue. Can't get mad. Can't get tilted. Don't flame. But our mid gets a solo kill. Our bot lane gets a solo kill too. And then shortly after, what happens is their enemies are like kind of naturally losing. Mid got solo killed again as well. But then like all lanes are losing except for top lane at this moment. And then here top lane has to use his flash. And then here just want to go to the play really quick. Get some goop. Continue trading, looking to win the trade, of course. So I pull her in when there's a cannon. I think it deals a little bit of damage to her. So now she actually outtrades me here. I think I might take it back here. I'm scared to do that Gromp because if Hecarim shows there, I'm dead. So I just ward it instead. So here, yeah. Look for a Q, it's not there. I dodge her E, auto, pull, auto, W. Activate my ghost, she dodges my Q. still damaging her, but I don't attack her when she has her shield up. And I think that's really important to this next play here, because I auto W, and I actually tried to Q, but I ran out of mana. That's why I kind of moved like that. So here I thought I fucked the play up, and I'm dead here. But she actually dies to my bleed. And just like that, every single lane is winning. Jungle is losing too because he's down in CS. And he just AFKs because there's so much of a deficit, and then they FF shortly after. So it's like, that's like the dream game when you win lane. So that's gonna happen. All lanes win. That's gonna happen 100%. And then for the last game, the game that got me into gold 2, I kind of picked Nasus knowing that I was probably gonna lose lane because I don't have much champion mastery on him. But we invade and Lulu doesn't actually flash away, and I wither her. Get the binding follow up. We get the kill. So the game starts off with us ahead. Yeah, I go E level 2 so I can thin out the wave. So I just start stacking near my turret, and I just try to keep it there for a majority of the game. And what happens is, this is like where champion mastery comes into play. I know that underneath my turret is safety. I didn't even realize that this guy's AFK, right? I mean, he didn't call the Mia. And although Lissandra did call the Mia, I didn't realize, right? So basically, I want to go here underneath the turret right there, and that's my safety. And just see what happens. So Fizz can't actually tag me. I think his range is like this for his Q, right? So if he presses Q, there's a little bit of a range, right? So if I stand out of the range, he can't Q me, so it's like a free auto attack from the turret before he deals any damage to me. So he eventually Qs me and ignites. I flash, he takes another auto from the turret. I realize that he uses his jump, and I come back to my safety right in the middle, right? I also cast E in the center here, so when he comes back up, he'll receive damage, and I get my Q ready to deal damage as well. So E, Q, and he dies, right? Do a little bit of a taunt, a little bit of a dance. See it in real time. So this is like champion mastery outplay. If you're good on your champ, this could happen. And just like that, like the lane is pretty much like really good for me. Eventually, I knew that I needed to play safe here, but for some reason I just felt really cocky with my ghost. Maybe it's because she was level 5, but she hit 6 almost instantly as Trundle comes, and like it's such bad timing for me, and I die to the gank. I'm not upset though. I come back, just continue farming. I'm pushing her in because I feel like I have a lead on her. Here I'm like, okay, I'm definitely gonna get ganked again soon, so I just back up. More or less the same farming and pushing. Here what happens is Rengar wants to gank my lane. Generally don't want to gank Nasus unless it's 100% free, but I think Rengar, we see Fizz eventually, I think on that pink ward, right? So Rengar actually did a pretty good rotation there with that pink ward. So we see Fizz. I know that I'm so tanky, I can maybe win this, but I need to back up a little bit. Playing around this pink ward right here, I'll walk around, because like they don't actually know where I am right now, right? So I'll walk around, and hopefully Fizz is in this bush right here, and we can catch him out, right? Something like that. But he's just backing right there, and it's like kind of a big mistake by him to back right there, because he's eventually takes so much damage, and he dies, right? And then bot lane gets a double kill, my mid gets a kill too, and then it's just like the snowball happens. And when you play Nasus, this is the dream, right? You want to have every single lane winning. So like in League, sometimes these games happen where every single lane wins, but like some games where every single lane loses too. and if you want to climb like really fast, you have to win those games. But like I can afford to die here because of how fed I am. I'm how fed my team is. Like we're up 10 kills and 2 Drakes. So here I'm just kind of playing safe. You don't. Okay, so I was gonna steal this guy's red buff, but then I saw him coming, so I was like, okay, might as well help him with it. So I helped him with it. And here I want to take the small little guy only. But then what happens is that it resets. It tests the patience of the camp, and then the camp has to reset by running back. And in doing so, Rengar has to wait actually like 2 to 3 seconds, maybe even 5. And because he waited all that time, Rengar dies. So it's like, it's a really toxic play by me, but it was just a mistake, to be honest. Can't really get mad at that. You know, he flames me a little bit. I don't flame back or anything. Maybe I said sorry, maybe I didn't. But here it's just like, I just have to keep her in lane, right? I'm behind, but I know that if I just keep her in lane in the 1v1, she's not killing my teammates. So I kind of want to do that. Here I get ganked, but we do rift for it. Camille doesn't ult, so I escape. I see Rengar coming, and it's just like an easy cleanup. Maybe we die here, maybe we don't. Either way, we get rift. It's a little bit too greedy by us, because we're doing rift literally. We don't need to play aggressive, but we're so ahead. And in here, this is like the start of the throws in Goldie a little. Like this could have easily been a big throw here. But sometimes teams overcommit to things like Drakes or like Rifts or like someone dies and they want to fight anyways. So what happens is our Lux dies to Camille. And then we have to fight a jungle fight in an unwarded area with Varus flanking, Rengar and Nasus in base, and then Lissandra flanking as well. So it's like not even good position by any of us. But because we're in gold, we still go for it. So what happens is I'm building full tank, and I know all I have to do is stand still while these guys strike me. So I pink ward the bush. I don't even deal 1Q, 1 damage, nothing, but my team's able to clean up because they're so ahead, right? We're up like almost 10 kills. And then after that, it's a wrap, right? So now we're up like almost 20 kills. And just call it a day, pack your bags, end the game. So it's like the dream game for Nasus where like everyone wins. And like even when you make mistakes, you still come out ahead. It's gonna happen. But yeah. I eventually win this game, and it's the one, and it gets me into gold 2. So now I'm gold 2. Hopefully these tips help. Good luck on the rift.